What's going on, good people? Happy Thursday. It's Iceberg coming to you from out in the garden. The favorite place we like to be. It's nice and peaceful out here. Still got nature up above doing its thing, making a mess, but it's all good. No problems out here. We love being out here with nature. We love nature doing the thing it naturally does, just like I'm trying to do myself. Do the things that our bodies are naturally made to do. Live this life the way we are naturally intended to do it. How is that? Look at a squirrel over my shoulder. That joker is crazy. Look at him. That joker is crazy. But we're right out here with nature. Like I said, over there doing his thing. Not bothering me. I'm not going to bother him. He's making a mess down here. I cleaned it up. It's no big deal. Pretty cool to get that in the shot. I think so, at least. You still back there? Minding his business. Taking a look. Wanting to be on camera, I guess. The joker is. See if I can get it bigger. Nope, I can't. All right, hold on. Let me flip it around. Oh, there he is. Just hanging out with us out here in the garden. We like being out here with nature. Nature doesn't mind being out here with us. I don't bother him. He doesn't bother me. We have plenty of stuff out here for him to eat, so that's why they hang around. There's probably about 3 of them now. They started with 2. I think maybe they got together, had a baby or something, because there's 3 of them that pretty much hang out around here. And like I said, we have plenty for them to eat. It's not really bothering us any of the stuff that they, kind of take or whatever. So, hey, all good. But back to what I was talking about. We're out here in the garden, of course, where we like to be. And today what I was thinking about, because I think about these topics at different times. I kind of keep myself a little list of things so I know what to talk to y'all about. But sometimes things are just heavy on me, so I come out with those things. And today, the thing that I was thinking about talking about is competition. Men, us as men, we are just competitive in nature. It's natural, it's built into us. If you think about animals in the animal kingdom, you see those rams, they're butting heads, or like lions, male lions fighting over territory, or all different types of animals. They fight over territory. The males do. Why we're competitive like that? In the animal kingdom, the men or the males, they fight over territory. They fight over the females because they want to be the ones to impregnate the females so they have more of their offspring going around, right? So in the human world, the men are still competitive in a lot of the same ways. Men in our human world, they compete over who's making the most money. They compete over who has the nicest car. They compete over who has the baddest chick, things like that. But they don't take the time to think about competing over maybe who has the nicest garden, who's feeding the most people, who has the most land, who has the most communities that they're building. Things like that. Seems like if we shifted the focus, instead of focusing on who has the most cars, the nicest cars, who has the baddest looking chick, because if your chick is the baddest chick, she's actually encouraging you and helping you build these things that I'm talking about. So all of these people who are doing all of this healthy competition, let's say, how about we flip what you're competing on and compete about who has the biggest garden, who has the nicest garden, who's feeding the most people, who has the most land. All these millionaire athletes and actors, celebrities, all these different people, and those of us who are just making our money from a regular 9 to 5. We should all be competing on who has the most land, who is growing the biggest garden, who's giving away the most food, who is feeding and serving the community the most. We're glorifying the wrong things. We're celebrating the wrong people, because I'm not trying to tell anybody specifically what they have to do with their money, but what I am saying is it would make every one of these people a bigger celebrity or whatever it is they're going to be. They would be doing more benefit not only to themselves but to the world, and they would be competing in a different arena. Competing in the real estate arena is where it's all about in America. Whoever has the most real estate is winning the most in America. All these tech people, yeah, that's all great, but they still got to have somewhere to set their stuff up and do all of their manufacturing, all the different things they're doing. So whoever has the most real estate, that's the person who is winning in America. Whoever's growing the most and taking care of the most people, that's the person who is winning. let's take a look at something I did this weekend. So as I told y'all, I was gonna be out in my garden. I was gonna be doing things. I planted some seeds on Sunday. Today is Thursday. And we already have stuff sprouting up, as you can see. I planted these seeds on Sunday. We got turnips here. We got kale here. Let's see here, what's there? I can't remember, I didn't label that one. I have to come back and label that one. We got some broccoli up here. We got some collards, more turnips, cabbage, radishes, cauliflower, mustard green, beets, spinach. So what I'm saying is, take a little bit of action. I planted these seeds on Sunday. It's Thursday, we have stuff sprouting all over the place. Once they get to a certain size, I'll come back and thin them out like I'm supposed to do. But I've taken the action, I've gotten the seeds in the soil, and now I have stuff starting to grow 4 days later. That's all I'm trying to encourage you to do, is take some action. Get out there with your kids. Your kids will love seeing the fact that they put this seed in the dirt 4 days ago, and it's already something starting to stick up out of the dirt. And as this thing grows, it's going to grow more and more day by day. More things are going to sprout, and the things that are already sprouted are going to get taller. They're going to get bigger. Your kid is going to love this. They may become infatuated with it. They're probably going to get on your damn nerves asking you about it. But they're also going to be doing something that is going to be productive for them for the rest of their life, and it's going to be productive for your family, because you're going to appreciate it whenever your kid is going out there pulling all types of vegetables up out of the garden that they by themselves are going to be excited and eager about planting when they get old enough to do it themselves, just because you put this spark in them here today. You take the action today, and you don't know how far it's going to go to impact your life for the rest of your life, and your child's life for the rest of their life, just because you showed them something that they're not learning in school. That's what it's all about, good people. It's all about competing in the ways that is the most beneficial for us. Where right now, a lot of people are too focused on competing and keeping up with the Kardashians, trying to chase money, but money is only the value of money changes, and you don't control how much money is worth, but you do control how much this food is worth. You do control your land value to an extent, because you don't have to sell it. And as long as you have land that you own, you always have somewhere to go. If anything happens to one place, you have somewhere else you can just pick up and go to. Why? Because you own land in multiple places. Let's start competing in the land arena. Let's start competing in the gardening arena. Rather than cars and clothes and jewelry, stuff like that, let's start competing on who has the most land. So the next time you see your favorite rapper, your favorite ball player or whatever, and they talking about their cars that they got and their jewelry and stuff, look at them sideways and ask them, how many properties do they own? If they can't tell you how many properties, how many acres they own, how many buildings they own, how many people they got paying them rent, stuff like that. I'm not saying they got to give you their dollars and tell you their pockets, but if they telling you about their cars, their clothes, their jewelry, but they not telling you about their property, what are they feeding your head with? They keeping you out of the game. If they have properties and all they're talking about is their cars, their clothes, and their jewelries, they're steering you wrong. They should be rapping and telling you about all their land, all their properties, all their apartment complexes that they have. Why? Because that's where they're making money. Their cars, clothes, and jewelry don't make them any money. They lose value. That land, and if they're doing something with it, is making them money, residual income, money that's coming in whether they are working, alive, whatever. They don't even have to be here, and now to keep on making money. So who are you listening to? What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your money? What actions are you taking? Are those actions that are going to help benefit you and your family, help grow your family's future, help build the empire that you and your family want for yourselves? Compete in the land arena. Compete in the gardening arena. You always have value to a lot of people if you have land, because you have a place for people to go. If you have a garden, why? Because you have food. If you have a garden, more than likely you have water as well. You got water and food and a place to go. That's all you need. You can build shelter. You can live in a tent until you can build some more stable shelter. Tell me where I'm lying. Time to take action, good people. Let's compete in the proper arenas. It's all about competition, right? It's okay. It's healthy for men to be competitive, but they need to be competing in the proper arenas, and they need to be educating their people about the arenas they're competing in. If they're not doing that for you, they're not looking out for your best interest. So you might not need to take advice from them. If I'm telling you a lie, then maybe you shouldn't take advice from me. But if all I'm telling is the truth, then maybe Iceberg knows a little bit of something, and maybe there's something that you might want to do your own research about. That's all I'm trying to do, is put the information out here, like that sparking. Hit that like button, good people. Hit that like button. I see a lot of people watching, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all getting the view up in here. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button. It helps get the word out a little bit more. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate each and every one of the subscribers. We're over 300. We're continuing to grow over here. And that's because of each and every one of you. So I appreciate you. Continue to spread the word. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And until next time, this is Iceberg. Salute, good people.